Hi, everybody. I'm Adam McDowell with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Chicago. I'm here today with Emily Bond. She is a volunteer with One Tail at a Time, a local Chicago rescue, and a current foster mom of Joya the Pit Bull. Hi, Emily. How are you today?
Hey, good. How are you?
Doing good. So you've been volunteering with One Tail at a Time for a little while now.
Yeah.
Tell me about why you got involved with them.
Yeah. I've been volunteering with One Tail at a Time since May or June of 2019, so almost a year now. Um, I got involved with volunteering with them after my old rescue dog had passed away. Also about a year ago. It was just a way for me to sort of ease back into life with the dog, even though I knew I wasn't really ready for a full-time one yet. And I had known about One Tail at a Time because they're one of the bigger rescues in Chicago. They have a great social media presence, and I had followed them on Facebook and Instagram, and knew that there would be a variety of volunteer opportunities with them to sort of start to get my feet wet.
Mm-hmm. So One Tail at a Time, I think it's fairly unique to them. They've got three different shelters, right?
Yeah.
So each dog that they rescue comes first to the
Isolation house. Yep.
house. Yeah. So
Yeah.
walk us through the process that the dogs are going through.
Yeah. So One Tail at a Time will pull dogs from a variety of locations. For instance, if they pull them from one of our city shelters, the dog will first most likely go to what's called their isolation house, which is a spot for them to rest up, get healthy, start medications if they need to, and sort of wait for a foster home to become available. It's usually not too long, day or two, can be a little bit more, but just depends on what's going on with the dog. And so they start their journey at the isolation house, and then they go over to a foster home. And then after a successful foster period, the dog can wind up at another location of theirs, which is the adoption center, which is in Bucktown. And the public is able to fill out an application and go actually meet the dogs there and see them in real life, play with them out in the yard, and all that fun stuff. And then they also have a third center, which is called their Behavioural Center, which is really like a training facility for dogs that could use a little bit more training, or just maybe they thrive with a little bit more training, but they may live there for a period of time as well, where they start to kind of learn how to channel their behaviors in a positive way.
Yeah. So that training center, it's doing basics like housebreaking and sit and stay and things like that, right?
Yeah, so there's a lot of different things. They work on a very routine schedule. So in the morning, it may be time to get fed and go outside, exercise, stretch their legs. Midday, they do some sort of like nose work and agility type of stuff. Even just like they have a nice big comfy couch there, learning to just kind of be a dog and hang out on the couch and relax. And then in the afternoons, they work on their leash skills, going for walks and being like good on the leash, and having a safe and pleasant walk with their owner. So there's a variety of things that go on during the day there, and they sort of keep that up throughout the time that they're at
Nice.
the Behavioral Center.
Great.
Yeah.
And so your work with One Tail at a Time, you said you do a little bit of everything, right? Whatever you're feeling that day, you get to pick and choose.
Yeah, there's so many different volunteer opportunities, whether it's doing something at one of those individual places. There's always shifts that you can sign up for. There's dogs that are in foster homes that may need a walk while their foster parents are at work or things like that, so you can pick up a walking shift. There's transports, a dog that might be rescued from a shelter may need a ride to the isolation house or to their new foster home. A dog in a foster home may need a ride to the vet. So really there's something for everybody as far as how you want to be involved. And it's such a big organization that there's always something to do.
Yeah. And right now everyone's in quarantine. So I understand your shelters are actually kind of empty right now. Everyone is being fostered. Is that still the case?
It's totally different, unprecedented times, of course. So that's kind of how it would normally work. And right now it's pure foster based. So there's no dogs at any of the facilities right now. They're all in foster homes. Thanks to COVID, we got 1,500 new fosters and counting. Wow. So the program grew exponentially over a matter of, just a few weeks. So currently there are more foster homes available than there are dogs available, which is a good problem to have. Yeah. And, that's kind of why I have Joya right now. I'm actually fostering her through another organization that didn't have as many fosters sign up. So I'm sort of doing some double duty and helping them out as well. So fostering Joya, who's our pit bull right now from the city shelter. We've had her since March 31st. So she's been great. She's got a lot of applications on her. She's being treated for an upper respiratory infection, and she will be spayed in about a week or so. So after that is when she will eventually find her home.
So I know like we said, a lot of people are fostering, but adoptions are still rolling along as well.
Totally rolling along. One Tail at a Time had posted something this morning to the volunteers saying that we are currently double ahead of our pace this time last year. So doubling in adoptions as far as what they thought they would be at this time.
Yeah, that's great. So if someone's interested in adopting a dog through One Tail at a Time, how can they find the dogs and then set up a meeting with them?
Yeah. Okay. So the first step obviously is to fill out an application, which is available at onetail.org. Your application is valid for a year. So you can fill it out with no specific dog in mind, but just have it in the system. That's good. So you'll have kind of first come, first serve. So get your app in. And then secondly, you can see the dogs that are available by following their social media. They're really great. It's at One Tail at a Time on Instagram. And then also they have a Facebook page, One Tail at a Time. There's also the adoptable dogs listed on their website, which is just onetail.org. And yeah, once you see a dog you're interested in, you would just send a note over to them, see if you can get some more information about it and set up some sort of virtual meet and greet with the times right now. But that's kind of my advice for how you would go about that.
Great. Well, thank you so much for all the information about One Tail at a Time and the adoption process. I appreciate all your time. I'm Adam McDowell with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Chicago, your path to home, and parkbench.com/North Center. Thank you all for watching.